Selam arkadaşlar. Oyunumuza kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. Buraya yaralı halde geldik. Hans'la beraber. Hans bizi getirdi. Burada iyileştik. Bir şeyler bulduk. Birkaç eşkıya vardı. Onları savdık başımızdan. Neyse. Şimdi iksir yapmaya gidecektik. Hans içeride yatıyor. Yaralı. Evet. Hans içeride. Evet. Hans içeride. Biz de Hans'a iksir yapacağız. Konuşalım. Cesetten kurtuldum. Evet, ceset
Well
attık
done.
geldik.
I got rid of that corpse for you.
God bless you, Henry. Thank you kindly. I'll sleep easier now, and when Ignatius the Gravedigger comes by, I'll get him to take care of the rest.
Evet. Şimdi buraya mı gireceğiz? Evet. Ne yapacağız? Simyaya başla. Başladık.
First, go
Evet.
to the recipe book.
Her düğmesine bas.
Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction, and remember what you have to do. Then get back to the bench and we'll
Buldum.
start.
Tamam. 2 avuç papatya.
If you've read the recipe, get back to the bench.
Tamam. Yapalım. Nasıl çıkıyoruz? Şöyle. Şimdi.
All right. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe.
Kazan burada. Alkol dök. Yağ dök. Şarap. Su. Herhalde suyla yapılır. Su. Döktüm.
So, what did you pour in there?
Water.
Why water? You were supposed to pour in wine. Empty
Allah
it out
kahretsin.
and start again.
Şarap dökmem gerekiyormuş. Dur. Sıfırlayalım. Şarap dök. Hadi buyur. Desene be kadın şarap dök diye. Ne bileyim ben.
So,
Ben
what did you pour in there?
Don't worry, I poured wine in there. I don't make the same mistake twice.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit.
Kazanı taşı. Nasıl taşıyoruz? Öyle indir kazanı.
Hear that
Tamam.
bubbling? It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling.
Körüğümü kullan. Körük nerede? Körük Q.
It's boiling. To keep
Dur lan,
it
dur.
going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flames. Try it. Move the cauldron up.
Ne yaptık biz? Demin? Sanki şarap olur gibi oldu. Kazanı kaldır. Körüğü kullanmış.
Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked.
Envanterinden şifalı bitkileri hazırla.
Put them there on the shelf, so you've got them at hand.
Tamam. Ada çayı.
Have
Onayla.
you really got everything ready? I only see one bag and you need 2.
5 yok kedi otu değil lan pardon. Papatya yapacağız. Seç. Papatya.
Have you really got everything ready? I only see one bag and you need 2.
Yani oğlum ikisini nasıl seçeceğiz
Maybe I
yavrum?
ain't
Papatya
seen
1.
right,
Seç.
but don't you have
Ada
only
çayı.
one bag there?
Seç.
Something's missing. What are you waiting
Ice.
for? Pull the herbs out.
Otları çıkardık ya be. Ana burada bir kese var. Dur. Şimdi ne çıkaracağız oraya? Dur.
Have you really got everything ready? I only see one bag and you need two.
Papatyayı da çıkar. Onayla.
All right, let's get to
Tamam.
it.
Hah.
First, throw
Ha,
two
buraya
handfuls
koyuyoruz.
of
Allah
chamomile
kahretsin
into the
seni.
cauldron.
Ne diyor? 2 avuç dolusu papatya at. Ee, şu bir. Şu iki.
Before you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every grain of sand counts.
Tamam. Çevirelim.
See? When the sand has flowed out, that's one turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again.
Çektim. Papatya. Bitti.
Ain't that enough? Take the cauldron off the flames.
Çekeyim tamam. Bunu da çektik.
All right. Now, take one handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron.
Ataçayı al. Bir avuç. Sende mi? Havanda. Ha. Tokmak.
Have you ground it? Good. Now, drop it in the cauldron.
Tek.
You don't have to boil it anymore. All you have to do now is decant it. Get a phial and pour it in.
Al bir şişe. Tek kazandan.
Done. Now, let's see what you've brewed.
Papatya çayı. 2 tane hazırlamışız. Tamam. Masadan kalk. ESC'ye basılı tutacakmış. Pardon. Kalktım.
Here it is.
Ooh, by the smell of it, it's a chamomile decoction the way it should be.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
I reckon you've done all you could. What you need now is a bit of rest. Go and get a good sleep. That works wonders.
I really need to eat something.
Sabaha kadar uyu. Tamam şöyle bir gezelim önce. Bir şeyler var mı? Kova. Yok benim ihtiyacım yok. Tırpan, saban. Tuvalet. Bu tarafta ne vardı? Baktık mıydı buralara? Biz baktıydık galiba. Buralarda pek bir şey yok. Yüzümüzü bir yıkayalım ya. Heh. Tamam. Burada bir şey var mı? Atla bakayım içeriye. Sende bir şey. Deriler, meriler. Hiçbir şey yokmuş. Tamamdır. Domuz yok. Köpecek. Hamurtkan. Neyse gidelim uyuyalım ya. Benim yatağım neredeydi? Şurada mıydı? Uyu ve kaydet. Tamam. Ne kadar uyuyacağız? Sabaha kadar uyu dedi. Saat 5. 6'ya kadar uyu. Tamam. Başla.
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Where's my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine, and I plan to take everything.
Rotted hell!
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
Stronger dog fucks the bitches, and war is a nasty business.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Yeah!
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise. Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Kız gelmiş. O kurtardığımız kız değilmiş.
I... bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Oh, Hans! He's alive! How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Dünden daha iyi.
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
Boş ver ya. Sadece bir rüyaydı.
It was only a dream. There's no need to get upset about it. The important things happen when a person's awake. So the sooner I get up, the better. I'll go and get a little fresh air and sunshine.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
Feel quite hungry.
Oo, canımız fullenmiş. Güzel. Avantaj. Tamam. Kalkalım. Çorba mı içeceğiz? Ye bakayım bir kaşık çorbadan. Ama dur kız, bir şeyler hazırladım senin için demişti. Dur oraya bir bakalım. Masada mı? Dışarıda mı? Oo. Konuş.
Good morning, Henry. You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking. Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Boş ver ya, uzatma.
Once, when we were out hunting, Hans was taken captive by humans. But with a bit of luck, I managed to rescue him.
Humans?
You haven't come across them? They're savages from the Hungarian lands. The core of Sigismund's army. Who knows what heathen gods they pray to? They hold nothing sacred. They pillage, rape, and murder. They razed my hometown of Skalitz to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive. I rescued him.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, audentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
Hamburg için ne? Orada ne oldu diyor. Of. Lan ne diyelim şimdi? Sir Hans'ın atla vurulması. Uzun lafın kısası. Hadi buradan
The
başlayalım.
foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat! He got shot in the backside!
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
Teşekkürler diyelim, boş ver.
True. I'll never forget you for dragging me all the way here from the lake.
You're quite welcome. The Lords of Lipa do not leave their friends in the lurch.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zheleov, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Bojena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
But I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bajana.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlana. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer. Sorry for coming late, Ma. I got held up in Troskowitz.
Of all places. And it's not the first time.
I know, but I was going past and I thought I'd try to sell some baskets and ointments there. And I succeeded.
Emmerich won't be happy.
Then he shouldn't sell so dear. He charges nearly twice as much as we do, so it's no wonder folks buy from us. But I understand. Next time I'll come straight home, so you're not on your own so much. If anyone comes here again threatening you, I'll put them in their place with an arrow. That'll teach them to try it on with
I'm
us.
as hungry as a
Maybe
wolf.
it's a good thing you wasn't here. They'd catch you, and I dread to think what they'd do with you.
They'd never catch me. You know I can take down a hare on the run, and a man's an easier target.
True enough. You've got a steady hand and an eye like a hawk. Not like me. But you know how it is. The less fuss going on around here, the better for us. And if anything does happen, we've got Growler, and he won't leave us in the lurch.
True. That animal is God's gift. Time to do something useful. The days are long, but there's no end of work to do.
Aye. Thank you, Pavlena. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Bitti mi konuşmalarımız? Acıktım lan ben. Elma alalım. Soğan da alalım. Bir elma daha. Başka? Bir tane de ekmek var orada. Onu da alalım.
A bit longer without food and I'll really start to be grumpy.
Bir dakika. Alamadım. Domuz pastırması. Al. Bitti mi? Vallahi kadınlar soyduk soğana çevirdik. Gideyim içeriden biraz çorba içeyim. Kız. Çorba alabilir miyim? Tencereden ye. Onlar yanımızda dursun. Yemekler. Doyuncaya kadar ye. Doyduk.
No food for me here.
Tamam doyduk zaten. Tamam. Gidiyor muyuz lan? Hadi gidelim.
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
Evet, kaleye varmak zorundayım diyor. Köpeğimizi bulalım ya.
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I. First Trotsky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
Gruba
What
ne
about the
oldu?
rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
You saw for yourself. They didn't stand a chance. But you're right, we shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I'd known Oates since childhood. Damn it.
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
I tell you, I saw him there.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. You're still my protector, though. So you need a weapon right away. Here you go. You never know.
Nereden buldun bunu?
Where'd you get it?
I found it in the dung pile. Must have belonged to the fellow I brawled with that night we got here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
İyi, hadi gidelim. Vay be. Demek ki her zaman kötü insanlar yok. Ay ay ay ay ay ay. Ulan gene kızlara takıldı bu ya. Ne olduk? Hadi. Heh. Ulan Hans, aklın fikrin kızlarda ha.
Physician at this castle, or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine. And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed. And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed.
Geldik mi kaleye en sonunda? Of. Kimse yok mu kalede?
Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Kaleyi terk etmişler yarım. Kimse yok.
Shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! You know who I am? No, we fucking don't. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai. Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching, in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Your shitty hands off me! No, wait. Wait, one moment!
Vay ağzına tüküreyim. İnanmadı kimse ya.
What
Bu neydi böyle?
fuck was that? So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
Gizlice mi gireceğiz? Ne yapacağız yarım? Hadi. Ay ay ay.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Kimse inanmıyor.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars and we stink even worse.
Evet, önce bir kendimize düzen vermemiz lazım. Üstümüzü değiştirmemiz lazım. Giysi bulmamız lazım. Bir şeyler bulmamız lazım. Çünkü başka türlü kimse bize inanmayacak. Bu belli.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
Önce kıyafetleri bir değiştirelim. Ama önce mektubu mu alalım? Şimdi kıyafet değiştirirsek bizim asil olduğumuzu anlarlar. Eşkıyalar saldırabilir. Kıyafet değiştirelim ya, boş ver.
The first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
Biz de para kazanırız.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
Evet, haklısın, alay ederler bizimle.
We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
Onları gömelim. Evet, orada kalmasınlar ya.
We'll go back and bury them as soon as we can.
Yeah, as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Bajena's. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
Ha, o kız geldi.
What is it? It's that woman from the pond. Or the one you gave us away for?
I bear that witch. Wench! What I tell ya? What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
Şimdi kızdan da dayak yiyeceksin ha. Gitme bu halinle.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, That's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
I've seen you before.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster. If you want to
Kendi
go
kendine
around
geçti
mixing
vallahi
with my
da
guests
seçmeden.
here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment. I
Doesn't
heard
half
some
taste good
talk
today.
about your
Nicely
captain.
settled.
Oh?
Cold. Straight from the
What was
cellar.
that?
Daddy's wounded.
Not like that warm swill we had last time.
Aye.
Getting a mug of
Poor
piss
Captain
after a
Thomas might
whole
never
day.
Ne
get back on
yapacağız?
his
Bir
feet.
dakika, görevler. Bakabiliyor muyduk görev? Göstermiyor bir şey. Sargı bezi. Paramız yok zaten. Oğlum bir sürü yemek var la üstümüzde, yesek ya. Şimdi. Şu üstümüzü değiştirelim. Yıpranmış sırt ceket mi? Onu geç. Şunu giy. Ondan sonra berduş çizmeleri bilmem ne. Seni giy. Tamam. Hayır, hepsi gitti. Bir dakika, yanlış oldu. İşaretle. Başka? Tamam. Tamam.
Him and his men
That's all
were
I could
attacked
do
by
not
bandits.
to pour it on Betty's
Most
head.
of them are dead.
Jesus Christ.
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself.
Nereye gitti? Ha, yüzümüzü, elimizi yüzümüzü yıkayalım ya.
Wait a more then. I'll be right back.
Yürekteki kadından konuş.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
You were attacked by those bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
You were attacked at the pond. You, some other women, and so were we, as it happens.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I reckon you weren't looking too much at faces, eh? Clear off, you lecher.
Allah Allah. Bu değil mi lan? Bunun ikizi mi var?
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Please, I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again!
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
One of them nomads is an acrobat who does all kinds of tricks. An acrobat, eh?
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house. But as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's where I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right.
Yapalım
we'll
lan,
do it.
yapalım hadi.
Carrying a few sacks won't kill us.
Zaten
For
düştük
sure, it's
düşeceğimiz
less
kadar.
daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
It's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right. We'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
From far away.
I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Sameen is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truscovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathouse wench.
Will Lord von
Sıradan
Burgos
gidelim
be
ya.
at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Sameen is his vassal.
Who is this Sameen?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Sameen. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Sameen is the head of the family. And his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Sameen, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Şu yolları bir
Where do you want the
taşıyalım ya.
sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you. So you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
Ulan amma düğünümüş bu da ha.
Is that all you know about the wedding?
What else is there to know? I'm just looking forward to being a guest and having someone serve me for a change.
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash. Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here, and that's a big problem.
I'm sorry.
Well, can't be helped. Let's hope things get better.
Where can I find work around these parts?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me, so don't bother looking anywhere else yet. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep your eyes open and not be afraid to ask. Try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit odd, but he'll pay decently for a helping hand. Come to mention it, he's sat just round the corner there, if you want to ask him about it. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then, but watch out for him. You know what they say about Millers.
I've heard things all right.
Well then, be careful.
Is this the only tavern here?
In Troskovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
Where's the pantry?
Second door inside the tavern. You can't miss it.
Tamam, bitirdik en
I'll go and
sonunda
discuss it with my
konuşmayı.
friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. Coming right up.
Şu bizim eleman nerede? Hadi, iş
I talked
bulduk.
to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacre! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, a nobleman, is marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's the talk of the region. It's invitation only, of course. But maybe we could wangle our way in somehow.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like Von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time. We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
It'll be done in a jiffy. Don't worry.
That's not the point, Henry. People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar. As if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Ugh!
Lan Hans. Herkes çalışmak zorunda ya.
Worship is an activity that all us common folk have to do when we need money. And it wouldn't hurt you for once either.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
Ulan lordum diye çalışmıyor adam ya.
It's a wonder your tongue isn't aching.
Bear in mind that I'm still your master. Enough of your insolence and start accepting your lot.
Ulan bana
In short,
tek başına
be so
taşıtacak
kind
bu
as to
adam
get to
ya.
work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Are you really not going to help me? It's just a couple of sacks.
Come now, Henry. What did I tell you about Bellatoris and the natural order of the world? I simply cannot carry sacks.
Of. Zorlayalım biraz ya. Başka çaren yok.
I'm afraid there's nothing else for it if we're to ever get out of this place. So, lord or no lord, the sacks are waiting.
Let them wait. Sacks are good at it. It's not long since I had to drag one sack through the night, and if I hadn't, that sack wouldn't be here now. So I think I've done my fair share. I mean it, Henry. Stop trying to push me.
Suit yourself then. So, you simply aren't going to work?
It's not appropriate.
Right. I'll get to work. Alone.
Well, If it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back later.
How? Well, giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
How generous of you, Lord Capon.
I know, my dear Henry. Such is my nature.
We'll talk about it later.
Ay. Şimdi nereye gideceğiz? Şuraya mı?
Where is that bloody innkeeper?
Oof! That isn't half heavy.
Nereye götüreceğiz da?
Did you hear about what happened at the big wheel?
At the mill?
Yeah, the place by the Zherovka stream.
What then? Has the water
Oğlum
sprite...
nereye koyacağız bunları?
You could say that. They found a dead body stuck in the wheel on Sunday.
You're kidding. Who was it?
Some vagabond.
God rest his soul.
And get this, Miller Boschka says he was in the water at least a week, judging by
Buradan
the state of
giriş
his
yok.
body.
What the hell
So
is that?
what?
That
Somebody
smell
did him
wasn't
in and
even
chucked him
far.
into the water.
But the river there has a powerful current. The dead man had been floating down the river.
Ya nereye koyacağız çuvalları yahu? Allah Allah, çuvalları koyacak yeri bulamadım. İyi mi? Yani oğlum sırtımda çuval dolanıyorum. Allah kahretsin seni. Dur şuraya bakalım. Ha. Gel keyfim gel. Buraya mı koyacağız? Ne yapacağız? Anlamadım ki. Burası da kapalı. Ben ahbap. Çuvalları nereye koyuyoruz da?
Oh, please. People are always
Throw
asking
me
me
one.
if you're looking for help. But they are
God
never
bless.
good enough for you.
I don't want some good-for-nothing in my doesn't drink.
You're no saint yourself. But the answer is
Şöyle
obvious.
bir dostlara gideyim bakayım nereye koyacağız. Şuralarda var mı başka bir yer?
Keep an eye on the lad. We'll even have someone to carry you home.
Bak, burası dışarı çıkıyor.
I bought a lovely U-boat the other day for a great price.
What good's a boat to you?
Of.
What a waste of money.
Did you hear that the king himself announced that everyone should have a good bow on
Burada
hand?
geçiş yok. Buraya koyamıyoruz.
I don't know
Şunların
exactly,
üstüne mi
but
koyacağız?
the king commands, his subjects have to obey, don't they?
Yok.
Come to think of it, it was him who told me.
Şu eve bir daha bakayım ya. Tek açık kapı burası var. Hiç işaret de çıkmıyor. Şuraya koy, buraya koy. Buradan çıkamıyoruz. Ben nereye koyacağım? Ya. Ekmek. Ne diyor? Yeterli yer yok. Lan oğlum bu çuvalları ne yapacağız biz yavrum? Çuval taşıyalım dedik. Nereye koyacağımızı bulamadık yahu. Şimdi. Bu tarafta bir yer var. Hele şükür buldum vallahi bir Allah. Oo 5 tane. Neyse yerini bulduk. Lan arabacı şuraya kadar yanaşırsın. Geri zekalı. Bir Allah çuval şey yaptık. Koşamıyorum da.
Don't all learned physicians have a main thing?
I believe it's called board.
Nereden giriyorduk da? Şuradan. Evet buradan. En sonunda bulduk çuvalları koyacak yeri. Ulan kadın. Senin buralarda neler var bir bakayım. Otur, uyu. Yok oturmayacağım. Alacak bir şey de yok kadının evinde. Neyse gidelim ya. Şu çuvalları da getirelim, bitirelim.
What did I do to
I've
you?
just proven to you that I'm a nobleman.
You've proved fuck off. Remembering some words you heard in church doesn't make you a nobleman.
I'd expect you to be more
Hans,
sympathetic
alacağım
towards
olsun
people
senin.
who've been ambushed when you've got so
Sorarım
many
ben
bandits
sana.
and other rabble here.
We are sympathetic, but you're no nobleman. Just an ordinary business.
What's that? It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Ne diyorsun lan, sırtımda çuval taşıyorum ben. Bir de laf duyuyoruz ya. Al. Kaldı 2 çuval.
What did you say?
Say it again. It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
Stop insulting our dead companions!
What dead companions? You think I'm gonna fall for that cock and bull story?
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
That's enough! Cut it out, both of you!
Mind your own business. Take your ragamuffin friend and get the fuck out of our village.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me? Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
What a man!
Hadi be.
I'll be done with you in a
Ulan oğlum. Oğlum 50 kişi birden saldırıyor. Dayağı da yiyeceğiz valla. Hepsi saldırdılar bize.
Get him!
Lan oğlum. Hepsi de... Of daya. Arkadaş bir kişi değil ki. 50 kişi birden saldırdı. Ağzınıza tüküreyim sizin değil mi?
What the hell is going on here?
Ulan Hans.
Grab them vagabonds!
Hans ben sana sorarım. Senin yüzünden dayak da yedik ağzına tüküreyim.
Bastards! This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse. What? You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak... Oh. You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle, but no, not his lordship. You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess. Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it? Fuck off.
Shut up! Or you'll get a whipping too.
Just
Ulan
who the hell do you think you are?
dayağı da yedik ya.
I'm the only one of us with any sense. I'm not the one who acts like a spoilt child.
Spoiled child? You're in danger of crossing the line, Henry. Better keep your mouth shut. I shouldn't have brought you along.
Well, that's something we can agree on. I could have been sitting in the mill instead of rotting in these stocks.
And whose fault is that?
I don't fucking believe it. You're really gonna blame me for it? It was you who caused the brawl. You should have listened to me and calmed down.
And let him insult me? Fat chance. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
And you're a spoilt brat who can't even hear himself.
What the fuck did you say? I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
Oh, that's enough. This isn't getting us anywhere. I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us. And I understand you need to take it out on someone. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget we have a job to do. And do it we must. Together.
That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to shit when you're by my side.
You don't really mean that. Calm down.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you. And I've only just realised it. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild boar too if it weren't for you.
Well...
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
Oh, come on, cape on.
Don't you cape on me. Not another word. I'll have to consider what to do next.
Ulan Hans, senin yüzünden başımıza gelmedik kalmadı. Halen daha diretiyorsun ya. Yeter. Dayağı yedik. Ne derler buna, bağlandık. Sabaha kadar kaldık.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive. Isn't that? That's the motto.
Hey! Go!
Hala bağırıyorlar.
Oh, shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight.
What are we gonna do? You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Berghoff at the wedding.
Git başına belayı bul.
Farewell!
Hala akıllanmadı adam ya.
If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
En güzeli tek başımıza gitmek ya. Boş ver. Tamam. P ile itibara bakabileceğiz.
Suppose I
Henry?
really do need to find some job.
Ne oluyorsa arkaya gidiyor. Bu ne? Konuşma 7, karizma 0. Oo, karizmamız 0. Hız 23, gözü çarpma 80, gürültü 0, görünmezlik 60. Kuvvet 5, çeviklik 6, canlılık 5 falan. Bunlar karizma. Abi karizmamı yükseltmem lazım.
You're Henry, right? Or was it the other one? Hey, over here.
Kimle o konuşan?
Hey, you.
Hey sen diyor. Kimsin? Sen mi?
Well, come on. I don't bite. You don't look like you're in a rush anywhere.
Barra. Benden ne
What do
istiyor?
you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
You don't have to thank me. I could have done without it. And that fracas in front of the tavern as well.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side.
Hmm?
Now things can only get better.
Yes, you're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that. Unless somebody tries to kill me. Again.
You're still alive in one piece. It's a new day and the sun is shining. Like Tomcat always says, bruises build character.
Hey, you. What's your name, anyway? What do you do?
I'm Bara. Just Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good. You're from here, right?
I ain't. I'm just passing through.
You're something like a wanderer.
Nah, I usually find work with someone, stay for a while, and once I save a bit, I move on.
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect herbs for the apothecary, or help in the tavern. But I'd like to go somewhere else, so I'm scraping up whatever I can. But on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller, or a nomad. But don't say it too loud, the locals don't take kindly to them.
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people. They travel from place to place and take their home with them.
I'd like to see what their homes look like.
You can go and see them, just don't stare too long.
Why exactly are you helping me?
Why? Why? Because you look like you need it. I've been in the ship plenty of times, and I know how appreciated a helping hand is in times like that.
Where are you headed? If you're only passing through here.
For work, to the city. I'm tired of serving landholders. They all promise the moon, but then you're eating stale bread, cold porridge, and a nary a groschen in sight. With the city folk, it's bound to be better.
You said you're going to a city. You mean like to Prague? Or somewhere further?
I'd like to go to Prague, but I don't know anybody there. In Kuttenberg, at least I have a cousin.
Aha. So you're going to visit her?
Well, she doesn't know it yet. But I won't be troubling her long, just until I find a way to make a living.
What do you want to do in the city?
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not half-witted. Maybe someone could use a cook or a servant.
Don't get your hopes up. The city can be a pretty dangerous place for a girl on her own.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of roasted stuffed geese? I appreciate your concern, but I have to get to the city first. That's going to take me a long while yet.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offence, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue, otherwise Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
How does he show off for the girls?
With his muscles. He breaks logs with his hands. He even let himself be run over by a loaded hay wagon. Crazy. But to be fair to him, he sometimes helps people. Stanislav's sheep fell into a pit one time.
And Tomcat pulled it out?
And, not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he found the poor thing had a broken leg, he carried it on his back all the way home.
Hadi gidelim. Bana yardım et.
My main concern is getting to that wedding in Semi. Do you know anything about that celebration?
Well, yeah. People are talking of nothing else. The Lord's son is getting married to the sister of that lout you was fighting with.
How much time do you think I have? Have the preparations already begun?
From what I hear, the bride's dress still ain't finished, and blacksmith Radovan still ain't started smithing the gift for the groom. So, no rush.
Hopefully by then I'll find a way to sneak in. I'm practically naked. Nobody's going to want to even talk to me like this.
At least you're not walking around bare-assed. Although, that might not be a sorry sight.
Ah, very funny. I'd rather you tell me where I might get some clothes.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin, a monk's robe, or perhaps Sir Brunswick's armour?
I'd prefer something a little more ordinary. I'd like to blend in with the locals and not attract attention.
After what you did here with that friend of yours, even the deaf and blind would immediately recognise you. But between the two of us, it's easy enough to scrounge up a shirt and trousers if you know where to look.
Thanks, but I'd rather get my clothes honestly. I just got out of the pillory. I don't want to end up there again.
Well, I'm not pushing you, just giving you a few useful tips. What you do with them is up to you.
I have no money. I might as well beg on the village green like you.
The hell you will. This is my turf. Here you go. I'll skip supper. It's partly your doing anyway.
Wow. I mean, thank you. Seriously.
Yeah, don't start crying. You'd better find some work quick.
Damn. I could use a horse. It'll take years to get to Semin on foot.
Don't exaggerate. This province is small.
Still, it would be faster with a horse.
There's a stud farm in Semin, renowned far and wide.
And which way is Semin?
Southwest from here, not too far. There's a road goes right there from the green. Just go down the hill. Once you see the walled farmhouse, you're there. Though I'll be a queen before you can afford a horse from Semin.
Do you know where I might find accommodation?
Betty in the tavern lets people sleep in the hay. But you have to pay.
I'm not going near that tavern. I'd catch hell again. Got any other ideas?
If you find some work, maybe you'll get a place to sleep too.
I really need something to wear.
I can see that. Save up for something or use those lockpicks. Either way, I can't help you anymore.
Oh well. It was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going. Get a job, and so on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
Evet. Ne kadar oldu arkadaşlar tam bilmiyorum valla. 1,5 saat olmuş. Arkadaşlar bugünlük bu kadar diyelim. Oyun nasıl olsa burada kaydetti. Gelecek bölüm neler yapacağız bilmiyorum. Üstümüze elbise bulacağız. Para kazanacağız. Bir şeyler yapacağız da. Arkadaş görevler diye bir şey de çıkmıyor ya. Şunu yap bunu yap. Allah Allah. Üstümüzde bir şey giysi miysi bir şey de yok değil mi bizde? Dur. Şu var. Şunu giyeriz. Kısa tunik. Bunu giy. Bunu giy. Bunu boş ver. Ayakkabı. Bunu giy. Tamam. En azından adam gibi gidelim ya. Şimdi.
Good day.
İyi günler. Hana mı geldik gene? Evet, hana geldik. Muhafız. Şuradan patika yol. Neyse. Arkadaşlar kaldığımız yerden devam edelim. Bugünlük bu kadar olsun. Gelecek bölüm kaldığımız yerden devam etmek üzere. Abone olmayı, beğenmeyi, bildirim çanını açmayı unutmayalım. Hepiniz şimdilik hoşça kalın.